Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Armory. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to X. Welcome to us floating over London. I hope everyone's doing well. Brenny, how you doing, mate?
I'm good. I'm doing really good. Doing really good. It's a good thing I'm not seasick because I'd be like, well, but no, I'm feeling good, mate. Feeling good. How about yourself?
Yeah, I have to apologise to people that knew that I set up the Arsenal stream last weekend, but unfortunately life got in the way and I had to cancel it. So I was really disappointed. Obviously, we did lose against Chelsea, but yeah, I do want to do the game, but it's just life is tricky at the moment. So yeah, it's hard to get doing what I want to do and committing to it all the time because it's just mental at the moment. But yeah, big up to Timmy saying evening, Bobby.
Hey, Timmy.
I know he loves the intro. To be honest, the silver one's got to work on the new
Chris.
one because obviously a lot of it's a little bit.
Well, I mean, the shield. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, because we'll probably end up getting bantered for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Goes on. You didn't win the shield. You didn't win the shield in August.
Exactly.
Yeah,
big up to Chris. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Temmie saying evening to
Chris,
you.
you're the man.
And could have chosen a better place than London. To be fair, I've got quite a few places. I've got Seattle, I've got Las Vegas, I've got a firework display, I've got the Coral Reef. I've got a few little places. I've got the moon, I've got woods. You know, it's just something for you guys to look at instead of just looking at a boring background. So yeah, I like this moving one, to be fair. I hope you guys are wearing your parachutes falling to the Thames. Yeah, it's not a place you want to do. No one cares about fireworks. Nonsense. Well, speaking as an ex-veteran, I personally hate fireworks. I'm like a dog. It's a horrible experience, if I'm honest. Yeah, fireworks, so I'm not the greatest fan of them. So I don't like them. I've noticed because I was in Asda the other day, and I noticed they've got low noise fireworks now. I wish they were the only ones that they could sell because it'd make my life a lot easier. Because I hate fireworks. It's because I live in the city. I've got like massive displays. I've got one at the racecourse ground, which is the big one for the city. That is huge. Like literally sounds like something's landed. And then they've got loads of different ones around as well. Like I've got a park over there. I've got a few schools around here. So they have their own fireworks. It's just horrendous. People just need to think that one, pets, but also people that have PTSD regarding situations. So yeah, I hate it. Yeah, London very boring, to be fair. Well, our team's from London, so I thought and actually my old
there are parts of London that are all right, you know.
Yeah, well, my old employer is actually in the background, so for me it's kind of nice because I see where I used to work, so it's all good. 3 p.m. kickoff, Northampton Town versus Leighton Orient tomorrow, Sixfields on Saturday. Big up to Luke. Hope you get the 3 points. I'm not sure if Brenny.
Come on, the Orient. Come on, the
there
Orient.
We go. I didn't think Brenny would say the same, but I hope Luke, you have a good 3 points. My dog hates fireworks. Yeah, I feel for the dogs because for me, obviously being a human, and it affects me, so I can't imagine what it does to a dog. To be fair, but yeah, I just wish to change it a little bit. Just change the volume of how loud the bang needs to be. I've got no issues with the colours and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I have a problem with the bangs, if I'm honest. Manchester United, to be fair, as well. Obviously, that's an inside joke for a lot of us as well, because obviously people that we do the channels with. Yeah, it's an inside joke with that one as well. We do like that one. You'd have a nervous breakdown where I'm at. Fireworks go almost all year round in Charlotte. Oh my word, BX. To be fair, it's not too. I think it's about 3 or 4 months of the year in the UK because we've got Diwali, you've got New Year's. I had them for the other. I had a firework display 2 nights ago. I have literally no idea what it's for, but it went on for an hour. I can't think of any religious festival that was taking place a couple of days ago, but yeah, it happens quite a lot around here. I don't like it. I'll be honest. But it is what it is. Carlisle at home to Harrogate, who Carlisle haven't beat. It's even better. I hope your results turn around as well, because I know Carlisle are having a bit of an issue at the moment. So, anyway, Bournemouth. We're in Tony's neck of the woods tomorrow.
Yes.
How are you feeling about it tomorrow?
You know what? Bournemouth are one of them sides, aren't they? They always enjoy playing against us, home and away. It'll be a tough game tomorrow. I think we'll get through it. It's not going to be easy. Like I said, there's no easy games in the Premier League. And, I think they'll be up for the fight. You're not going to get a low block. They're not going to... I've never known a Bournemouth side, regardless of who's manager, to just play for a point at home. No. They're going to be up for it. They're going to attack. Hopefully we can basically get into their pockets. And I think that would be the case. I think we'll have all the possession. I think we'll have more possession than them, but yeah, they'll come and they always want to play, and I've got to take my hat off to Bournemouth for that. And they've got players. They got players on their day that can hurt us as well.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Especially what he's on about the fireworks there. Yeah, I totally agree. Obviously, ex-army, I've been through a conflict myself. Been a few conflicts, but yeah, it's just not nice personally. But it is what it is. Big up to. I think he must have heard that we were talking about him. Big up to Errol. Hope you're doing well. Big up, everyone. Long time to see you as well. We shouldn't have mentioned it. He's come in now. Yes, come on, Bournemouth. Hope you're doing well, though, Errol. Exactly. No easy games in the Premier League, but no one has played anywhere. Oh, I know this is not you saying it, Chris, so it's not me having a pop at you, but I hate when anyone says that. It really knocks me off. 19 clubs, none of them are easy to beat, in my opinion. It's the Premier League. I don't take any game for granted at all, because I've seen it. I've experienced football for long enough that no game is a guaranteed. If a game was guaranteed, we'd all be millionaires because we would have won so much money on the bets. That's how I look at it. There's always that. I love doing accumulators, 7, 8, 9 accumulator, and there's always one game that just screws you up, and it was the dead cert as well, and it just screws everything up. Football is not a guarantee. It's just not. And I to be fair, I love it. Pick up to Errol. The same in the EFL, 100%. It is. It's exactly the same. No game is a guarantee. No game. I remember, is it QPR 2 seasons ago? They were flying high, weren't they, at the top of the championship? Everyone was tipping to go up, and then all of a sudden, blump, all the way down, because it's football. Football is just mental. Yeah. Is it Carlisle? Well, it'd be interesting to see if we get drawn with Carlisle with the FA Cup. I'll be honest, Chris. I really do want to get drawn with you, so then we can do the challenge, because that will be so much fun. I would love to do the challenge with Carlisle and Arsenal. Have we ever played them in our history? Because Brenny will know this if we've ever played them.
If we, I can't recall, and if we have, it'd probably been a League Cup. Okay. I'd say League Cup, and if we have played them, I would have to guess it was before we were born.
Oh, Chris says it's FA Cup 2001.
Yeah, I'm going to look that up as well. All
right. Well, I'll tell you what I did have
myself. Oh, the FA Cup.
Yeah, that's what Chris is saying.
Do you know we had? You know what, Chris? I've never said this, but we had Sabutio, myself, and you all know my brother Damos.
Yeah,
and we had Arsenal, we had Liverpool, we had Everton. It was the E586 kits, and because we needed another team in blue, we just looked at the team, and Carlisle was there, so we bought that. And Carlisle for Sabutio team was like, I can't remember. I think they were third division, the old school third division at the time, but they were the only lower league club we ever had. The rest, they were all at the time first division clubs. Even Stoke. They were a first division club at the time, and then they got relegated. So yeah, we were Subbuteo collectors. I don't know if any of you had played that game, but wow,
I did. Yeah, when
I
was
wouldn't
a kid,
play it now.
No, God,
Yeah.
no. But yeah, I used to play it when I was a kid. Chris, I know you'll be able to answer this. I'm pretty sure Carlisle were the team that was sponsored by Eddie Stobart, weren't they? If I'm right in thinking that. Pretty sure they were sponsored by Eddie Stobart. And for anyone that loves trucking and all that kind of stuff, Eddie Stobart was one of the big trucks that you always look out for because they were named. They always had their own individual names for all their trucks. So I've always had a bit of a soft spot for Carlisle. I used to have to go through Carlisle to get to Edinburgh as well, where Em was at university. So I've always had a soft spot for Carlisle, to be fair. And then obviously I met Chris as well through YouTube. So yeah, it's Carlisle is definitely not a place I'm ever going to forget now. What if I continue with my reverse psychology and we win the quadruple unbeaten? Then you pretty much deserve a lot of the credit, Temi, if I'm honest. I'll be honest. Because Ty keeps going on about a Carlisle player injuring an Arsenal player. Okay. All right. 2001.
Ty always goes on about something.
Yeah, he never forgives, does he?
Unless it was a third round of the cup, maybe.
Yeah. Just have to have me on the challenge if you get Carlisle. Keep JJ away. I'll definitely have you on, mate. If we have the challenge, I tell you that'd be awesome to do a challenge with you. But yes. Anyway, let's get on. We're talking about the game. Oh, hang on. I need to see where. I know Errol put a cheeky comment in here. Arsenal likes to give, so I do. They keep giving. Thanks, Errol. Love you too.
Oh dear.
Enjoy the weekend with your United. Right. I've got psychology on Carlisle. I'm always right about them. Unfortunately, you are. Right. We've played them 14 times since the creation of the Premier League. That is Bournemouth, not Carlisle, by the way. 2 draws, 1 Bournemouth win. That was at home. 11 Arsenal wins, 7 at home, 4 away. Recent meetings with them. Last time we were down at Dean's Court, beaten 4-0, 3-0 before that, and then the time before that, 1-1. So I would say they're a bogey team, normally quite comfortable, to be fair, but they are a different force now, just so everyone's fully aware. They are not that type of team anymore. They're very hard to beat. Form guide. Obviously, we all know our form. There's our form. Beat with Southampton, beat Leicester, drew City, beat Tottenham, and drew with Brighton. Bournemouth, it's a little bit odd, if I'm honest. They got beaten by Leicester. They beat Southampton. They got beat by Liverpool. They got beaten by Chelsea, and they just beat Everton. So they are 13th in the league. So that. They've got a good squad. I did not struggle with their 5 to watch this week. I just don't think everything's quite working at the moment for them. I don't know about you, but that's how I look at it. I just don't think everything's clicking. Is that how you look at it at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the Bournemouth Southampton game. Actually, I didn't watch the last 30 minutes. I thought, well, they've got it wrapped up. But I was impressed with that first half, and we knew they would. We knew they would be up for that as well. I mean, it was their derby, wasn't it?
Yeah,
really. So
yeah, it's the friendliest derby in the country. Bournemouth Southampton. They are so nice to each other. I watched what's their names? They're really big vloggers, and they go to all the games and they do vlogging from they're Southampton fans. They're really nice lads. And I was watching their preview with Bournemouth. It was just they're just so nice. It's not really a derby, really. Brady connection. Yeah, unfortunately, Brady's is always a little bit tricky sometimes. But we persevere.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not raining down here. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, Arsenal not played anyone.
But yeah, I mean, but the Yeah, shouldn't have drawn Brighton, to be honest. I thought we were below par that day.
Yeah, we didn't handle the red card very well at all. That was our own fault.
No,
obviously the red card.
No,
but also we just didn't manage it. We managed it better.
No,
against who did we play when we Man City, weren't it?
City.
We managed that. Yeah, we managed the game way better for that one, but it is what it is. Had to win late versus Leicester too. Yeah, well, this is the thing. You know, no game is a given. No game is a given. So Arne Slot is doing a very. I know this is what this is mainly to do with, because everyone seems to be doing the hate on Liverpool for some bizarre reason. But I think Arne Slot has done very, very well. Great job. And I have to say it now because I've said his name, Arne Slot. I have to do it every time I say his name. I love that. It's the best chant in the world for me. It's just amazing. Carlisle defence more shaky than pretty collection.
I wouldn't go that
far. The reign of Eidevall, the terrible, is finally over. Yes. I didn't want to do a stream about it. For people that know me, I know Jonas personally as well. He did the right thing. His time was up. He knew that his time was up. It's just a shame. Jonas is a very nice guy. He has got us into a position where things were working, and then all of a sudden it wasn't working, and Jonas wasn't changing it, and that's the problem. Jonas, it's definitely time. It was definitely time. I think some could have argued it could have happened maybe a week earlier. But it is what it is. Jonas resigned. A lot of people are saying he was sacked. He wasn't. He actually resigned himself. So big up to Jonas for doing that, because that's not easy. To resign from a job that you love is not an easy job. So big up to Jonas for doing that. And I'm sure whoever we get next will do a great job. But what we do need to sort out is our defence. Our defence is as horrible as it's ever been in my time at watching Arsenal, to be fair. Normally, our defence is pretty good, but at the moment, it's shaky as anything. If Liverpool weren't top, they won't. Well, that's the thing, innit? I honestly, for some reason, YouTube isn't that popular at the moment. A lot of people are struggling with numbers and that kind of stuff. And I don't understand why, because the media, they seem to have this way of dealing with stuff in a horrible way. Like they pick on certain things all the time and just constantly stick to it. Neville, Gallagher, I can't stand them. But if you come to like YouTube, I'm not saying us. Many content creators, they talk sense. They don't talk with a bias. Not a lot of us. It's a much nicer place to be than listening to Sky Sports, who are paid by certain people to speak certain rubbish, and I don't like it personally. But we must win the league this season, or I'll be inconsolable.
We have to. I feel we have to. I mean, we'll challenge, but if we were to finish second again, I'd probably be angry, because I thought, not for a third season running. It was different. Remember, we came second 3 years running back in 99, 2000, 2001. But you could see that we were 2000. I thought 2001, even though we didn't win anything that season, we lost in the cup final, finished second to United. I felt we were getting stronger. I felt we were strong again. And then 2001, 2002, we had an incredible squad, I feel. And we were very, it was weird because losing 3 games as well at home, isn't it? That's all we did. We were unbeaten away. But I just felt I was disappointed with all those title, finishing runners up. We were all disappointed back then. I mean, we were far better outfit than we are, and we'll go back to those days of winning leagues again. I'm sure of it. But yeah, I feel like Tammy does, because I'll be inconsolable as well. I'll be like, nah, man, what's going on? So I get that. But if I still will, even if we lost by a point or two, I would still be disappointed. But I'm not gonna say, right, that's it, Arteta, you're gone. See ya.
Yeah,
it's not. You know what I mean? If it's not that at all. And you know what I mean. So if we win a couple of cups, then I'll be happy, because
that's the important part to me. Is I want us to challenge for the title. Obviously, I don't expect us to win it, because I'm not that way inclined. I don't think anyone should expect to win the league, because there are at least 3 good teams right now. And to be fair, Chelsea have got to be mentioned a few times. But it's the cups. I can't give up the cup. I can't this year. I want a good cup run. Cups are cups. You can get knocked out by anybody, and that's the beauty of the cup. But I want us to at least go for it. If we put up the white flag, like we have done in the past 2 seasons, for me, we put up the white flag in some of the games.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's where I will question Mikel, because a trophy's a trophy for me. Obviously, there are the rankings,
100%.
And what's, but I still want blooming trophies. I don't care if it's a cup or not. And the FA Cup means a hell of a lot to me, because it's got my family name on it. So the cup means a lot to me. So I'm never going to give up the FA Cup ever, not for anybody.
Oh, definitely. You know what I mean? And I'm the same, because I'm the same. I won't go on too long, but I'm the same with the League Cup as well. I mean, we've only won it twice, and I got
to see it once.
Nostalgia for me. Yeah, I know you did. I know. See, I only got to the semi-final. I couldn't get tickets to the final. That was in '93. But it's it means the world to me. And another thing is, it's not just Arsenal fans, it's Tottenham fans. They'll do it as well. When I hear Tottenham fans, other fans talking about, I don't want the FA Cup, I don't want a League Cup. Well, try telling that to players at any of these respective clubs, right?
Yeah.
You've got players who have won a League Cup twice or 3 times in their career, and that's it. But I'll tell you what, they cherish that, regardless of who they're playing for, and at least they can say, well, you know what, we've won something. My team's in the record books. We're in the record books, and we'll stay in the record books. So don't devalue a competition, in my opinion. Don't do it.
Well, you mentioned the team there, Tottenham. Like, how can their fans not care about the cups? They've won nothing for years. Yeah. I'm sorry. Any club should want to win any kind of trophy if you haven't won anything for a lot of years. Newcastle would cry. Exactly. They would have a massive parade around the whole of Newcastle if they won the FA Cup, and rightly so, because it's Newcastle. So give the fans something to celebrate. I guarantee anyone would celebrate the League Cup and the FA Cup. Maybe not necessarily the Charity Shield, because obviously it's, for some people, it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. For people that know the history of it, it means a lot. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's get some comments.
Can I tell you something now? Yep, go for it.
No, you go for it, mate. Carry on.
I was just going to summarise. Because I'll tell you what, from our fans' perspective, they could say, no, I'm not interested in the League Cup, not interested, not bothered. Regardless of whether the season ticket goals or not. But I'll tell you what, Bobby, if we get to the final of the League Cup this season, I guarantee you they want to be at Wembley.
Oh, hell yeah. Who wouldn't? Like, seriously, come on.
You know what I mean?
They're
not going to turn that down. What, free ticket? We've got two free tickets. Sorry. Give it to someone else. I don't want it. A League Cup. No, I don't win that, man. Come on. Come on.
It's mad, isn't it? Right, Chris saying here the disc jockey Simon Jordan is just bitter as a southerner. It's okay, still needs a therapist after getting schooled by glorified sports agent Eddie Hearn. The only ones that do numbers are people who clickbait. Unfortunately, I too totally agree. My channel does this to unfiltered, I'll admit, with some stuff I say, but I don't care. I call BS. Totally agree with mate. Totally agree. What's your thoughts? I'm right. I'm not going to say too much because obviously I'm probably a little bit biased on this, but I absolutely love it. I think it's a great appointment. It's an 18-month contract. He's a proven winner. He is a proven winner in competitions as well, which is different. Now, how he works with the different mindsets of the English players, I don't know, and I hope it works. But you've got to bear in mind that if it doesn't work, it's not necessarily all on him. It can be down to the players as well, because they all come from different clubs. They don't spend that much time together. Some don't really get on with each other. We've got to bear that in mind. Not all the English players get on with each other for obvious reasons. They all play for different clubs, and some of them are big rivals, so they're not going to get on with each other. Let's be honest. So yeah, I'm very excited. I can't wait. Actually, I really cannot. Thomas is a top bloke. I don't think. I've always said that I think it's been quite lucky with where he's got in club football. You know, at Dortmund, obviously Dortmund's my German team. It was Klopp's team. He took over from that, so everything was pretty much from Klopp anyway. But he's still proven in competitions he's won enough to say that, you know, he can do something by himself, and he's a talented coach. I just think there's a level to him, but this is international football, which has a totally different way of doing things. So I personally think he will be very, very good, in my opinion. Brent, what do you reckon about Thomas? Oh, has Brent left? Brent there?
I'm happy with the appointment, and I'll be even more happy if Thomas Tuchel does one thing for me, and I'll be very happy if he doesn't do this. Please, Tommy Tuchel, do not bring back Mason Mount into the England side. I beg you. Thank you. I said, you know, sound like trigger now. Well, made my point.
I think Thomas Tuchel will definitely have some surprises in store, but I trust him. Look, it's an 18-month contract. We'll see how it goes from there. His long-term goal is obviously to go back into club management. Obviously, he's a big coach.
Yeah, of course.
But I think this is a good idea. Now, I know a lot of people have said, "Oh, why is it not an English coach?" Tell me who's available then. You tell me who's good enough, because there isn't anybody. Graham Potter, no, not for me. Eddie Howe, not done enough. And I'll be honest about him at Newcastle. He's not proved enough yet at Newcastle for me that he's an England coach. Because these are big egos he's going to have to deal with at England. Big, massive egos. And they are. They're you know, just name a couple. Kyle Walker, massive ego. Harry Kane. Yes, he seems the sweetest, nicest guy in the world. He's got a massive ego. There's others in that squad that have got egos.
Jude Bellingham.
Yes, Jude. Yeah. I do love you, Jude, but he does have a massive ego.
I reckon, but yeah.
But you know, I think Thomas will do well. I really do think that. So let's just hope. And I'm going to back him. I'm not going to do it. I saw what the Daily Mail did. I was disappointed in that whole news article. I'm part German. I'm English, but I'm part German. That was offensive to me, in my opinion, but it is what it is. But hey ho. Would you take Slot winning the league if... Hey? if we do a cup sweep. Oh, okay.
Yeah, got treble. Do you know what? I would say
it wouldn't bother me.
I
I'd
would
still
say
be
if that
happy.
happened, wouldn't bother me at all. Yeah, me too. It's not Tottenham, it's not Chelsea, so and because of that.
Yeah,
definitely,
exactly.
definitely.
There's not one good enough manager. No, it's true though. It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
There's not one good enough. It's a horrible fact that I have to say it, but there's no English coaches at the moment, or even on the pathway to it. Eddie Howe is probably the closest, but he's still miles away because he's not done anything at Newcastle yet. And until he does, I'm sorry, it ain't going to happen. I'm not interested in what the president mate. I don't care what he's got to say. He's a prat. It's as simple as that.
No one does.
People can clip me and send it to him. He's a prat. It's as simple as that. And so is he. He's another prat. They're both prats. So there we go. English media accept mediocrity. That word. And are worried that we got someone in who can get us across the line. It's a risk that we've taken, but I think it's going to pay off. I think it will pay off. When we only won League Cup last season, I was still happy with our season. Yep. I'm shocked FA appointed him as Tuchel can cause trouble, but I hate the FA stumble for it. I'll try not to take any offence to that, Chris. I'll try not to take any offence to that.
That's why I was laughing.
I'll try to take not much offence to that. But look, I hope it's not the whole FA. But look, I don't know how to deal with that.
I don't think he means you.
Yeah, there are some dinosaurs at the FA. I admit that, but there are some people in their 40s that are trying to improve things in football, and we just got to try and quieten the dinosaurs. This appointment here is to do with youth, not the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs would have gone a whole different route. The youth people of the FA have gone this route, and I like this route. So I'm happy. The FA, who's supposed to be our regular football, have been embarrassing, but for once made the right decision with appointment. I'm so not sure going to try to take it. Look, I admit that the FA get things wrong. We do, but we do try our best as much as we possibly can. Big up to Tim. Now we've got no excuses. Now we've got the manager. The pressure is on the players now to see if they're good enough. Exactly. He's a proper coach now. No offense to I'm going to rephrase this. Plenty of offense to Southgate because he was not a manager. He was not an in-game manager. He was someone that literally went, yes, sir, 3 bags full, sir. So I'm glad he's gone. Lee Carsley is a great coach for the under-21s, and I hope that he goes back there and does wonderful things with the under-21s again. A few players will be dropped by Tuchel. Yeah, 100%, mate. Big up, definitely. JJ at my phone. Paul Simpson being the England person. Not happening.
Oh, God.
Foden been poor too. He has been, to be fair. But yeah, he has been poor. Big up to Gary. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I'm not going to get political, but aren't the royal family part German too? Yes, they are. By the way, I'm not a fan of royals, but we treat them like the best thing ever. Yeah, well, this is why I'm disappointed with Daily Mail. If they know anything about history, they know exactly how much German is in the royal family. And there's plenty of German in me, so that sounds really wrong, but you know what I mean. Look, I respect you if you like FI entitled to your opinions. Yeah, exactly, mate. I'm never going to take it, but I don't really like outing what I do online, so I'm not going to say it. But yeah, the FA does mean a lot to me. That's all I'm going to say. Means a hell of a lot. But there we go. Anyway, let's move on. Right. This is the state of affairs for Bournemouth and Arsenal. So we're currently in third, 1-5, drawn 2, lost 0. Bournemouth 1-2, drawn 2, lost 3. Goals scored per game for Bournemouth is 1.14 compared to ours, which is 2.14. Goals conceded for them is 1.43 compared to ours is 0.86. Chances created per game for them is 2.14. Chances created for us, which is very good now, 3.43. Never saw that last season, that's for certain. Clean sheets for them is a 0. 3 for us. I am at all FA. Trust me, mate. I am in total agreement that some of the members at the FA severely need to retire, like severely. There are some dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are the ones that appointed Southgate, and it's the youth that have gone down this new route. I'll be honest, the dinosaurs wanted to go down a different route, and trust me, the fans would not have been happy with that one. But this one is way more attractive. I think it's more exciting. I know that there was a story that came out about Ancelotti was approached. Ancelotti was spoken to, but obviously he will be staying at Real Madrid until next summer. So no good for us because obviously we need someone coming now. I know it's not happening until January, but to be fair, there's only November games to happen now, so January's fine for us, if I'm honest. Right, here we go. This is the horrible page. I'm sorry, Brenny, but this is not going to be nice, good reading for us. Bournemouth injury list. Just Tyler Adams is a doubt. I think it's something to do with his back. Arsenal out list. Oh, crikey. Tierney, Odegaard, Zinchenko, Neto. Neto's out because obviously his parent club. Tomiyasu is out again. Doubts, but doesn't necessarily they won't play. I think Havertz will play a part. Partey will. Saka will. Martinelli will. White and Timber question marks, but they're all doubts. It's not fun at the moment. I'll be honest, at Arsenal when it comes to injuries, but it is what it is. We just come back from international break. Saka, it was a big, massive story when he walked off, but seriously, it's a slight niggle. I have to put them as doubts because they're not 100% fit. It's as simple as that. That's the rule.
Of course,
if they're a doubt.
Definitely.
In my dream world, as far as I'm concerned, you should have 22 players. If you've got a slight knock, you shouldn't be playing. That's how I look at it. But obviously, managers like to do all this kind of stuff. 11 players, we are screwed. We're okay because the majority of them are doubts. Havertz, I think, will definitely play. Partey will play, in my opinion. Saka, Martinelli will both play, in my opinion. So we're just missing White and Timber. I think one of them might play a role. I'm not sure, but I think one of them will. We're okay. But Odegaard will come back in about 3 weeks' time. Tierney's out for to be fair, I think we should just forget Tierney's at Arsenal, if I'm honest, because there's already talk that he's going to go to Celtic in January anyway. Zinny, I don't think he'll play a big role in our lives, to be honest, at Arsenal anymore. Tommy, yes, bit part player. He'll be on the bench majority of the time when he is fit. So I'm not too worried, Tammy, if I'm honest. The ones that I need to write, I was aiming at. I was shocked at the appointment. That's why I said, definitely. It was definitely the youth, not the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs are just, they need to go. I said this in Fight International Break this season that there's something fishy going on with players withdrawals from squad, not aimed at Arsenal. It's aimed at a lot. 100%. Tierney linked with Celtic. In my opinion, for me, it's going to happen. I think it's right for Kieran. It's just right for everybody, in my opinion. Havertz hat-trick of own goal, sadly, says Terry. God. Right, let's get on to my 5 to watch, because we're running so late behind, but I will try and get through this show now. Let's do this. Okay, so these are my 5 to watch. Obviously, Brady needs to do his challenge later, so it's up to him who he goes with. But Milos Kerkez, obviously, we're actually linked with him as well. Very good young Hungarian left back. I can definitely see him moving next summer because he's quality. Lewis Kirk, just hard working. You can tell he's gone through the pyramid because he's such a hard-working midfielder. He knows what he's got to do. He's very talented. I like him. Not, I would say Arsenal standard, but he's one of those midfielders you could rely on, and I like him a lot. Marcus Tavernier, I watched him in the EFL when he was at Middlesbrough. So I've always had a soft spot for Middlesbrough since Ravanelli and Jorginho times. So I've always had a soft spot for Middlesbrough. But yeah, he looked quality in the EFL. He's done all right in the Premier League, but he's one of those where he's a bit like Reece Nelson. He can have his good days or he can have his bad days. So he's a bit hit or miss, but he's definitely one to watch out for. Sinistera, honestly, I don't know how he hasn't gone to a bigger club. I'll be honest. Because when he was at Leeds, he was quality.
He's a good player.
I would have taken him in a heartbeat, but he's at Bournemouth, and he's having his troubles this season with injuries. But he looks the part. And finally, Semenyo, again, someone you can tell that has worked at EFL. I think it was Bristol City. I think he came from. I might be wrong, but. So blimmin' hard to defend against.
I think it was,
Yeah, he's so hard to defend against because he drops into that gap between the DM and the centre back and works so hard. He's a nightmare. I know Arsenal have been linked with him. Take that with a little pinch of salt, people. Because I've definitely not mentioned him. But
he's a danger man for me. He's dangerous.
For me, definitely dangerous. Yeah. So he's doing his reverse psychology with the Havertz hat-trick and goals. I look at Bournemouth and they're overachieved for me. Their squad on paper is championship level, but on the pitch they've overexceeded expectations. I do agree with that, but they've definitely got some good players that I would absolutely take in my squad. I'm not saying that they're starters like Kerkez. I'd take a punt on Kluivert. I'm probably a little bit biased there because obviously I loved his dad. But I would take a little punt on him.
Yeah.
But people that know Patrick Kluivert, I love him. He played for two
world class. What a player he was! What a player!
Oh God, yeah. But he played for two of my clubs, Ajax and AC Milan. Brilliant. So yeah, I had a big soft spot for him. And obviously, Sod's done pretty well. He's definitely not his dad's level, but. He's quality, but they've got a few others that I would like happily.
Cool. Can you imagine if he was?
Oh, crikey, yeah. And even Senesi, their centre back. Again, I'm not saying Bournemouth are punching above their weight with signing some of these players, but you can see him being like trying to think of a club that's a bit bigger. But not too high, like a West Ham level. He's someone that could quite easily get into the West Ham squad as well. He's a decent centre back, to be fair. So yeah, I quite like Bournemouth. I've got a soft spot for it. I remember being sorry for people that don't like this person, but I have to mention it. But I remember being I was on holiday in Bournemouth. And it's one of the very few birthdays. For people that know me, I don't have a great history of family. But it's one birthday I remember specifically. I was down there and I watched Freddie Starr. I was about 10, which you can imagine is so inappropriate for a 10-year-old to watch Freddie Starr live. But it's why I've got a soft spot for Bournemouth because it's a holiday that I remember. But yeah, for people that know Freddie Starr, you don't want a 10-year-old watching his comedy. That's for certain. But it's definitely something I remembered I'll never forget. But yeah, that's why
it's a nice place.
It is. To be fair, it's a beautiful place as well.
Yeah.
Kerkez will go to a top.
It's lovely.
It is. Kerkez will go to a top club next season. Won't be shocked if it's Liverpool. Yeah, I can see that. Simicas is the Greek. Alberto Moreno and Robertson's getting on. Yeah, exactly. They're going to have to start upgrading, aren't they, at some point? There's a few players at Liverpool that they kind of got to prepare for them to like get to the end of their careers type. And Kirkes would be perfect for that, personally. Semenyo, only one who causes a threat at Anfield. Yeah, I agree. When Bournemouth got promoted, I was like, no chance staying up, but they always do. They do. 100%, mate. Big up to Arteta's cousin saying, hello, guys. Update on Timbers. Ex-Apostle Thomas. Okay. Timber, he's still got a knock. Whether or not it's going to be fit enough, I don't know. I'm hoping so. If you're talking about Thomas Partey, he should be fine. For me, yeah. For me, he should be absolutely fine. So I have to put them down as doubts because they're not 100% fit. That's my rule. If they're not 100% fit, they're on that list. It's as simple as that. I don't.
Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, mate.
No, you don't. Sorry. I was just going to say, yeah, it must have been on about Thomas Partey because I thought if I put my head down, maybe on about that Thomas there. Michael Thomas. Yay.
Yes, Michael Thomas. I was watching him in these. I don't know if anyone watches them, but the indoor tournaments that the veterans do. I call them veterans because they are. And Mickey Thomas got a good couple of goals in that five-a-side tournament recently, actually. It made me smile, I have to be honest. Okay. Nigel Winterman's playing in the team as well. And
when was that?
If I can find it again, mate, I'll show it to you. I'll share it in the group. But it made me smile because it had Ray Parlour was playing, Nigel Winterburn. Who else was playing? Carter was playing as well.
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah,
that's not the president. Everybody,
former
president. But it's not him.
Yeah, but it's just I love it. It made me smile. Big up to Marseille, Monaco versus Lille. Iceman, keep the game winners going. Live now. Let's go, Timber. Hope good to start. Only been to Bournemouth once. It was for a boxing fight last year. Oh, fair enough. I'll take Semenyo at Arsenal, to be honest.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, I think a little bit better standard for us personally. I'm not knocking Semenyo. I think he's a good player. I just don't think he could go from that level to that level that quick. I think he would need to step up first. If I'm honest, we call them masters. I just call them veterans. It's just I think that is called masters football or something like that. But I just call them veterans. That's just me. We might get to see
vets. That's what we do, vets. Yeah.
We might get to see Thomas.
I hope not.
No. I'll be honest, Arteta, because I hate that. I really do. I hate it. It's the worst thing ever. Needs to come up with a different setup. Bournemouth won't be an easy ride for us, but I really don't want us to be sloppy. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be easy. I respect Bournemouth enough to know it's not going to be easy. Bobby, what's your personal Twitter handle? Mine is, I'll be honest, I don't actually know it off by heart. I'll be honest. Give me 2 seconds because I don't actually know it. It's B Kinnard FAR. I'm going to have to type it in because you're never going to get that in a million years. So I'm going to put it in here and I'll put it up on the screen for you. So you can all see it. So there we go. Just give me 2 seconds. There we go. That is my personal handle on Twitter. You're more than welcome to send me a message. I will always try and reply when I can. I do get quite busy though, to be fair, people. Your take on Semenyo potentially being Saka's backup? Nah, not going to happen. Not for me. We've got other people in mind, and Semenyo, yes, we've scouted him because Arsenal, we send our scouts pretty much everywhere. But yeah, he would absolutely cost a fortune as well. Because don't forget, he's Premier League, so there goes a lot of money on top of that price. Bournemouth has a boxing world champion. That's why I was there. Very overrated champion, in my opinion. Sorry, Bournemouth fans, but he's overachieved anyway. Mate, as you know, from Wolverhampton, we've got Whittaker. Trust me, he's a nutcase, that Whittaker. Obviously, I wish him all the best now because obviously he got a horrible injury in the last fight. But yeah, Whittaker's a nutcase Veterans, we saved them for the old lads like you, Bobby, that were in armed forces. Over here are veterans. Yeah, I think it's just different terms, isn't it? Different places like that. Bobby used his own name in this account at some point.
Yeah, we call them veterans.
Say that again, mate. I don't know what you said, Brent.
I was just saying, we have like vets teams here. We have that as well. You know, we call them veterans over here as well.
It's just different languages and different ways how people say it. I'm not even going to get into the aluminium situation.
No, I mean, no one's wrong.
No, it's just the way that we use things.
No one's wrong.
No. Got second kit and third kit now. Oh, you got the third kit. I'll be honest. Not a lot of people like it that I've spoke to. I like the colour scheme, but I just don't like the kit. But yeah, second kit I absolutely adore. Yeah, Ben Whittaker, I had harsh. By all means, mate, I don't care. He's a nutcase, that guy. He was found out, didn't do any showboating. He knew he was in a fight. It's about time as well. Bieber will like it, purple and aqua. I don't understand that. I'll be honest. Does that make sense to anybody?
What's that? I can only think of Justin.
Oh, okay. I'll be honest. I don't like him, so I have literally no idea. Yeah. It's actually better when you see it in person. The second kit is beautiful. I love the second kit. Third kit, it's just not me. It's just not for me. I'll be honest. Justin Bieber loves purple. Okay. Thank you, boss. Thank you. Right, let's get on to the battles. These are the battles I think that will come in important tomorrow. Thomas Partey versus Lewis Cook, the Bouncers. You see the stats there. Obviously, Thomas is having a decent start of the season. He had a couple of wobbles at the beginning, but he's definitely getting better and better as the season kicks in. So, as everyone knows, I'm not the greatest fan of him, but where credit's due, I give it. Goalkeeping. Obviously, Kepa is their goalkeeper, which ain't a bad goalkeeper to have, to be fair. Is he still the most expensive goalkeeper in the world, Kepa? I think he is, isn't he? I don't think anyone's paid more than him. I don't think anyone's paid more. I'm pretty sure he's still got that title. But yeah, Kepa's going to be a problem. He's a decent goalkeeper. David Raya has been a marvellous in goal for us this season. I still just question the passing accuracy is just a little bit off. If I'm on, that's just my only. I have to criticise when I have to sometimes, but goalkeeping wise, fantastic. Passing wise, a little bit suspect, if I'm honest. That's why it's 64%. We'll move on to the icing on the top. Theirs is Semenyo. This is why I just don't think he's Arsenal level. You can see it here. Goal conversion is just 10%. Shots per game, he's 4.4. He's having more shots per game than Havertz. And people aren't happy with Havertz. Like, come on, people. Semenyo is going to cost at least 50 to 60 million. Not Arsenal, not in my opinion. Kai's doing very well, 4 goals in 7 games. You know, he's just brilliant this season so far. The Magic Makers, a bit tricky with Bournemouth. You've got Atara as well, Tavernier, Semenyo, because you've got Van Nielsen, who plays up front for Bournemouth. So there's a few Magic Makers, but I chose Marcus because he's the one I actually quite like. Saka has now 7 assists in 7 games. Not bad, is it? Not bad. not too shabby.
It's all right. It's all right. You know, it's not too bad, I suppose.
Right, let's have a look, see what the comments are before we get on to people's teams. I've got Saka number 7, Champions League second kit black. I think it's become one of my favourite already. It is a very nice shirt. I like that.
I got the second kit as well. I'm not going to buy the home kit, no way.
No, I'm sorry.
That second kit was a gift.
I had a problem with it all season, and everyone knew this. It had too much white. And what happened when we had to play Tottenham? We had to change shirt because it had too much white. Even I knew this, and we're red and white army. Okay, red and white army. a lot of white army. So yeah, Ben Quintek, everyone called him at the moment. He says he's injured, but he punched a hole in the wall and broke a fan's phone. He is a nutcase. There's two ways about him. He's a nutcase. I was thinking a midfield of TP5, Rice and Marino at Bournemouth, and still Saka and Tross on right, left wing. We got a score on Kepa. Kepa was atrocious at Anfield. He does definitely have bad games, doesn't he? I still don't get it. I cost an absolute fortune, didn't he? God, don't let Kepa get injured. He was throw tantrum saying he's not coming off. Yeah, red and green. If is Arsenal third kit light blue bunny shirts, you'll see the colour in a minute because I actually use them for my team sheets. So you'll see the colours. I think it's aimed more at the Arsenal women's team. So it's kind of more for them, but obviously we're going to use it as well because that's how Arsenal do. We kind of incorporate the women with the men because we don't want to separate us it too much. He's a nutcase in terms of honestly, mate. Being from Wolverhampton, you kind of know about him, and yeah, trust me, he's an absolute nutcase. But yeah, let's get on to people's teams. We've got 11 to go through. We're nearly an hour through the show already, so I'm going to try and wrap this up, try and get through these as quick as we can. Okay, big up to the 130 people watching as well. Sorry, I do apologise. The number it's not very visible to me sometimes when I'm doing these shows because obviously it's all slides and stuff. Right, so we'll start with the first team. I believe this is the one you agreed with, Brenny. I hope I'm right because I know Tony went with it as well. Raya Nichols, Saliba. Obviously, this is bearing in mind with all the injuries and stuff and the doubts and all that kind of stuff. So obviously there's a lot of difference. So I'm definitely not going to knock anyone for picking someone like Nichols as well. So I've got no issues with this. Raya Nichols, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Rice, Marino, Nwaneri, Sterling, Trossard, and Jesus. So what you... Okay, so there's nothing really to ask, really, because obviously you're thinking the injuries. So that's obviously why you've rested. The only question I've got for you is why you got Martinelli. Is Martinelli dropped because of injury, or is that just because you think Trossard's better?
Yes. He's not dropped, Martinelli. I would have started. I'm just thinking he's obviously a doubt. It's taking a knock. You know what I mean? Will he start tomorrow? Will he be fit to play tomorrow? That's what I'm going with. But other than that, I would have started Martinelli.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, I would have started Martinelli, definitely.
No, fair enough, mate.
But then for me, I would have started Trossard up front because he didn't look out of place playing against, I know it's only Bolton, but you know, in the League Cup. But also I was impressed with him from what I saw in pre-season. And what's more important, and what I think is important in this case, is that Nichols is a right back. So that must count for something, surely.
Yeah.
That's why I went for it, you know. So yeah. But for me, I mean, Sterling deserves a chance. You know, I'm just worried that if Saka does start, he probably won't last the 90 minutes.
No.
So I was just thinking about players who are fit.
No, fair enough. I've got no issues with this.
You know what I mean? So,
what are you going to give it as a rating, though, mate?
As a rating, I have to give it 7.
Okay, fair enough. So we could quickly run through these. We'll just give them scores now because obviously we want to try and wrap the show up and get through the challenge as well. So we're going to go with Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Partey, Marino, Nwaneri, Saka, Sterling, Jesus. What would you give that as a rating?
7 as well.
7, excellent stuff. Chris, this is the colour. So that's the colour of the third kit. As you can see, that's kind of an aqua purpley kind of colour. It's quite nice, but I just don't like it as a shirt, if I'm honest. So we've got Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Party, Rice, Waneri, Havertz on the right, Sterling, Jesus. What are we giving that as a rating?
That's that would have to be an 8.
Okay, cool. Next one, Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Rice, Party, Trossard, Jesus, Sterling, and Havertz. What are we giving that one?
That's an 8 as well.
Excellent stuff. Next two, Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Rice, Marino, Trossard, Saka, Sterling, and Havertz. What are we giving that one?
That's an 8 also.
An 8. Raya, Nichols, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Party, Rice, Havertz, Saka, Sterling, and Trossard.
Yes, another 8 because Havertz would be in a number 10. Yep, that's fine.
Okay, cool. We've got Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Party, Marino, Havertz, Saka, Sterling, and Jesus. What are we giving that one?
I would have to do. You see, the thing is, right? It's because I think 10 of them is a really good selection, but I'm just not happy with Gabriel Jesus right now at this moment in time. I'm not happy with him at all. So
no,
it'd be a 7. We know what he's capable of, but I'm just not happy with it. Just not happy with him. So
no,
7.
I agree. Okay, awesome. We'll move on to the next one. Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Party, Rice, Martinelli, Saka, Trossard, and Havertz. This was an interesting one, putting Martinelli at number 10. Interesting one.
Yeah. I still give that an 8 because I think if it was a case that it wasn't working out, then Trossard could move there, or maybe Havertz could. But then I like the way Havertz and Trossard. I love the way they switch.
Yeah.
From the 10 to the 9, you know.
No, I agree, mate.
So yeah, that's an 8.
Excellent stuff. We've got Raya, Calafiori, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Rice, Marino, Trossard, Saka, Martinelli, and Havertz. What are we giving that one?
Strong. That's an 8 for me.
Excellent stuff. We'll move on to the next one. Raya, Calafiori, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Rice, Marino, Waneri, Jesus, Sterling, and Trossard.
7.
Excellent stuff. And the final one. Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Party, Rice, Trossard, Saka, Martinelli, and Havertz.
That's an 8.
Excellent stuff. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Let's see what the comments were whilst I was doing that. Sorry, I do apologise. It's difficult when I'm on a different screen. I can't really see anyone's comments. To be fair, if I'm boxing, I'm more like Chris Eubank Jr. rattling my opponents without saying anything. The best way to do it, mate. Use your words. My team. Raya, Galiba, Kivior, Calamaldini, Rice, Marina, Waneri, Sterling, Jesus. I like that. Trossard, this team stinks. 5-0 Bournemouth win. That's I'll already say Brenny's reply 7. Because I can see Jesus is in it. The third kit colour is nice for me. It is nice. It's just not a kit that tickles my fancy at all. I'm quite picky with my kits. I like things that stand out. I don't like. It's just a nice kit, but it's nothing that I want to get. There's a lot of kits this season that are going. Oh, that's nice. Like Ajax, they've had I think it was their third shirt. Their third shirt is amazing. I've got their third shirt. It's beautiful. It's stunning.
Yeah. Well, I love it. I love the traditional yellow.
Yeah.
I love the traditional yellow. You know what I mean? From previous kits.
Yeah.
Love the yellow.
Yeah, yellow and blue. But No, it just doesn't happen. Right, alternative team. Here we go.
Yeah.
Temmie's going to make me have a heart attack. Oh God! Right, Hine, Giroud, Squillaci. Oh my God, Traore. Big up to Carl. He is obviously at Bromley now, so big up to Carl Jenkinson. Slokonga, Fabio, Sabanos, Marquinhos, Park Chu Young. Jesus Christ. Sago Jr., to be fair, is doing very well at Shrewsbury, so big up to Charles. But this team
that doesn't even get 2.5.
Yeah, I'll be
that
honest.
That doesn't even get 2.5.
That is painful. I'm rating Brady's rating of them -1,000.
I'll tell you, you're funny, man. Tell me, you got to come on here one day, man.
You have, mate. You have. Right, big ups. Yes, I do. I don't.
What? Did he take the job?
It's getting close. It's getting close. Ooh. Yeah, it should be announced. Probably a matter of days, if not hours, to be fair. But yeah, as long as Jack wants it, and as far as I've heard from sources and stuff, Jack wants the job, and Arsenal are not going to step in his way. So yeah, obviously it's going to a club that I don't particularly like because it's an East Anglia club. But if he's going to go to anywhere, I'm glad he's going to Norwich and not the other place, which I can't stand. So, look, I wish him all the best. He's done brilliant with the under-18s. As I've said on many shows, he is the reason that Ethan, Miles, Jack, Maldini all look and are ready for the first team. It's all down to Jack. Yeah. So, Jack, you've done an amazing job. So I hope you can go on and do an amazing job in your own right as a manager. And who knows, maybe one day we'll see you back. Who knows? Right. It's the fun part now. Challenge time, people. Challenge time. Okay, so for people that don't know the rules, these are the rules. Choose 6 from the Arsenal, 5 from the opposition. No unavailable players. You are allowed to have doubts. 1 defender, 1 midfielder, 1 forward from the opposition must be selected. Once you select a player, you cannot swap him. Formation of the home team is always selected. It is a 4-2-3-1. So you will need to have 1 in the 4, 1 in the 2, and then definitely 1 in the 3-1 because they're the forwards. So that's how you'll have to do it tonight. No former players, present squad only. Yes, I still have to put that in there because people just misbehave. Right, Bren, are we going to start with the Bournemouth players first?
We are indeed.
Okay, so who are we going with first, mate?
Okay, we're going to go with, it's got to be left back Kirkes.
Kirkes, okay. Now,
and I'm so glad I'm going with him.
What is that?
You know why I'm going? You know why I'm going with him also because he was one of your 5 to watch. So I'm like, when I see your 5 to watch, that is not a BB. So I just know. So that's cool. I'm on course for 10. I'm on course for
10. What I will say, normally I do obviously share the screen that I'm working it on. But because for some Brazil, I'm guessing they're having a finance issue because they've got like adverts all over the screen at the moment. I don't really want to advertise companies that I don't really want to be sharing stuff with, if I'm honest. So I will run through it after, but I won't be sharing the screen just because I don't want to be advertising a company. Right. So your next player, please, Bren.
Oh. Go with Lewis Cook.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Your third player, please.
Justin Clive.
Yep. Where do you want to put him?
He can playing behind the striker, behind the number 9, playing the 10.
Okay. All right. There's his dad, but I can't pick his dad, so I'm gonna have to pick Justin. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately, his dad came up first. Sorry, Justin, but your dad came first. The fourth player, please.
It's good thing it worked 30 years ago. He would have destroyed us.
Oh, crikey!
Yeah. Regardless of the sides we had back then, it was absolutely dangerous. And I've got a funny story to tell you later on before we go about Patrick Kluivert. I'm still upset with him about this. Right. The fourth player, Tavernier.
Okay, where do you want to put him?
He can go on. Put him on the. Do you know what? We'll put him on the left.
Okay. Okay, your fifth and final player, please.
It's got to be some centre off. I'll call him Sensini, but he's not Sensini, is he?
Yeah, I know you're on about Senesi.
Yeah, he wishes. Sensini.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So now we've got to go through the Arsenal. Obviously, I'll just pick the goalkeeper because that's obviously Raya.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to go Hein, but okay.
Well, considering he's not at the club, that might be a problem.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Right back. Who are you going at right back? Got a choice now.
Well, he's. I know, and the doubts, but as much as I like Ben White, I've been impressed with Timber.
Okay.
So we'll have to go with Timber.
There is no wrong with that, I tell you. Yeah, no wrong with that.
Well, you know what? Like for like, two right backs.
Exactly. We've been saying it for years, haven't we, mate? We've been saying it. We've needed this.
Play either one week in, week out. I do not care. I'm happy.
Yeah, totally agree. Right, so final centre back.
Final centre back. It's got to be Gabriel for me.
Okay. Okay. So who's going to line up next to Lewis Cook in the DM role?
That's got to be Declan Rice.
Okay. Now, are you just doing that because you know I might mark you down for Thomas Partey?
Yeah. So
I'll be honest, mate.
I'll be honest.
Now, I'll be honest. I think Thomas Partey's been better than Declan Rice so far this season. I'll be honest.
Yeah. But I'm being a Steve Davis. I'm playing it safe.
Okay, fair enough. Saka on the right, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah. And then who up front?
It's got to be Kai Havertz.
Okay, Kai. Okay, so this is Brenny's team. Obviously, I can't show it because I'm not going to advertise the company because that's literally all that's on my screen at the moment. It's annoying me. So we've got Raya in goal, Timber right back, Gabriel, Senesi, Kirkez, Rice, Cook, Saka, Kluivert, Tavernier, and Havertz. Good team. Obviously, you're not going to be able to get a 10 because obviously it's Bournemouth.
No, of course.
I think top mark's going to have to be like an 8. I think only because I've got to be fair because 9 is more like West Ham level. Bournemouth are more of an 8 level. So max marks is 8 for this one for me. And I think to be fair, Bren, you've got an 8 because I think you've picked very good. Kluivert, I love. Tavernier, I think his quality. Obviously, just not Arsenal level, anywhere near it. If I'm honest, Kirkez, I think Kirkez is the only one that I think could actually make it at one of the big clubs now because he's that good. So yeah, well done, mate. That's an 8 easily.
Cheers. Thank you very much.
Let's see what people have been saying in the comments before I go into the other markings. Chris has done his team, so Chris, I'll do yours after the next two. and Moss has also done one as well. So I'll just read the comments, then I'll do the teams. Lewis Cook could play anywhere in midfield. I think he's very underrated, can do a job anywhere in midfield, which is why I put him as number 10. Got no issues with it, mate. Don't worry. I'm not gonna mark you down for it. But yeah, Lewis Cook, you can tell he's come through the pyramid because he's just hard work. You can just tell when they've worked really hard at their career. They become a different type of footballer because of it. Yeah. Cook got great passing, and imagine that with Havertz link up. Totally agree. Clive needs to do more for me. I prefer him as a right winger. I agree. I think Partey been better, but injury issues put me off him. Yeah, I do get that, but you know, as on form right now, Partey's up there above Rice. Like a woman, but finds out it's not for me. My challenge team, the whole Bournemouth squad. Temmie, what are you doing? Let's have a look. Moss is trying to explain it. I'll get to yours in a minute, mate. Would you take Liam Delap? Now, for this is quite hard, and I have to be honest, right? One, he's the son of Rory Delap, one of my greatest players ever. But he has just come from Man City, who everyone knows I can't stand them, and he's now playing at Ipswich, who I can't stand. So for me, I have to go hell no. So I'll ask Freddie.
No, he's got to do more for me. He's not a bad player, but yeah, I had a feeling he was the son of Mr. Longthrow.
Yes, he is the son of Rory. Yeah. To be honest, I'll ask if they draw Carlisle unless it's retro. Oh no, you know the rules, Chris. The rules stay the same no matter what. Yeah. The rules stay the same, and I will choose if it's going to be retro or not. But yeah.
By the way, Chris, we've played Carlisle 6 times in our history.
Oh, okay.
So that, by the way, yeah, and it was an FA Cup third round. We won 1-0, and away, and got to the final, lost to Liverpool.
So I'm just looking at Moss's here. Right, so Moss has done 2 teams. I'll score them separately, Moss. That's not a problem. I'll get to him in a minute. Hell no.
Oh, it's greedy.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Not on this channel. I hope the tractors break down, as far as I'm concerned. I can only remember the FA Cup once. Yeah, to be fair.
We've actually lost in the first division back in 1974, 75.
Really? Wow.
Away Carlisle. Yeah. It was the 75 season. And that was when we was on the downside under Bertie Mee, before Terry Neal took over as boss.
I'll agree with the Farmers part. For people that don't know, Wolverhampton, we're a city, but on the outskirts, very close, to be fair. We've got loads of farms, so I'm very supportive of the farms. I go to farm shops a lot and support the farmers, and we've got a college that trains farmers as well. So I'm very much for the farmers. But when it comes to the tractor boys, as in Ipswich Town Football Club, they can go and screw themselves because I don't like them. Carlisle were top of Division U1 and still got relegated. She thinks you're attracted to sexy, good country. So, to be fair, there is some. I've actually got because obviously part German. I listen to a lot of German music. There's actually a song called Johnny Deere, which is about literally a manufacturer of the tractors. Honestly, it's so catchy. It's one of my favorite songs. So I've got no issues with tractors, as in the tractor, but it's literally just the Ipswich Town Football Club I can't stand. So I'm being very careful because I actually do like tractors. I like playing Farming Simulator as well, so I do like tractors itself. See, this is me and you are definitely going to disagree on this, boss. I'm sorry. I can't like anything Ipswich related. I just can't. It's against my DNA.
That's why you're a big Kawamia fan, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Look, I love him as a bloke. He's such a nice bloke, but he came from Ipswich. I'm sorry, it's horrible experience for me. Right, let's get on scoring these teams. So big up to the two people that took part, Michael and Claire. We'll start with Michael first. He went with Kepa, White, Senesi, Gabriel, Calafiori, Cook, Rice, Saka, Havertz, Tavernier, and Semenyo up front. I actually thought this was, when I saw this, I was thinking no one's going to be able to beat this, to be fair. This was an 8 all day long. So, yeah, brilliant. I absolutely love it. I think Havertz is the number 10 as Semenyo at the point. I just think that's brilliant. But well done to Michael for doing that. Claire.
It's a good sign.
Claire. Okay. Raya, Arujo, Senesi, Gabriel, Calafiori, Partey, Cooks, Saka, Semenyo, Atara. It's not awful, but Arujo for me. Look, I know that he's highly regarded, but he's not done it yet, and he still looks very shaky. And when it comes to fullbacks, I am always harsh. And for me,
we know.
So yeah, it's not a Bobby Booby. He's not that bad, but it's going to get marked down as a 7. So sorry, Claire, but good attempt. But yeah, Rougeau for me, dodgy. I have to be honest. Let's have a look, see what else people have been saying. Obviously, I go to Stranraer Caravan Park, which is next to a farm pretty much. I love it. Silence and cows mooing. Well, it's a little bit weirder here because obviously I live in a city. I've got a farm on the outskirts. Unfortunately, part of life and part of the farming community is the only times I see a lot of the animals is when they're coming into the town, and trust me, they're not leaving. You can kind of guess what happens here. But yeah, sorry, but unfortunately, it's the fact of life. We see a lot of animals come in, but they never leave. That's for certain. They might end up in the supermarkets, but they're definitely not leaving. Do
you know what? I've got a farm.
Have you?
I've got a PB. I've got a farm, mate. Yeah, I tend to my cows with with milk as well in buckets. Sell that. I've also got bulls, and I've also got horses, and I clean up the manure. And if any of you's got a PS4 or PS5, play Red Dead Redemption 2. You'll get your own farm, mate. Trust me.
I knew where that was going. That's the problem. My partner plays Red Dead Redemption as well, so I was like, I know where this is going.
So you know. That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Oh God,
it's a great game. Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant.
Moss wants Ipswich to stay up. I want Ipswich to stay down and stay down forever. But that's just me. I prefer Havertz as the false 9, perfect for that role. I remember when Bobby gave Moss a foul in the challenge, couldn't stop laughing. Moss was rattled. Well, I've got an amazing video for it now, so I'm hoping someone does fail. Because it's absolutely fantastic. I've got great music on it and everything, but currently no one's failing. So mooing and pooing and eating a great life. Prediction for Arsenal nil, Havertz a hat-trick of goals, late Raya own goal. Jeez, I see what you're doing, Tammy, but still it makes me feel sick. Wow. Prairie oysters, the harsh truth, we need animals to food. Enough said, the truth hurts. Exactly. Plymouth equals Rooney. I'll be honest, I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Plymouth as well. They're doing all right. They're not doing fantastic, but they're doing all right. I can't remember the. I think it's his name Morgan Whitaker, the young winger. He's going to go somewhere else. He is. He's great.
They had a good win, didn't they? A couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Who was it? Who they playing?
I can't remember, mate.
I don't think it wasn't QPR, but I'm sure at some point they'll beat QPR. Everyone's beating QPR.
Yes, it's horrible,
and you know what? But they're my local club, and I've got nothing but respect for QPR. I've got a lot of QPR friends, but they need to pick up points.
Yeah, I think it might have been Luton. To be fair, Chris, I remember.
Yeah, I think it was Luton. Luton too. Yeah, it was Luton. It was.
Rooney proved me wrong. Doing great. He is. Prairie oysters. Well, we know what oysters are. I'm slightly concerned because you're saying prairie. Because obviously you know what a prairie is, and you're putting that with oysters. I'm slightly concerned what they are.
Yeah. I'm thinking of Little House on the.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm thinking, what's going on here? You'll have to tell me, Moss, because honestly, I'm intrigued now. Really, he doesn't. To be fair, look, I'm obviously people know that I've got a soft spot for Plymouth because of a personal reason, but I'm so far I'm delighted with what is happening. It started off a bit shaky, but he's got into it, and you should be concerned a little. I had a feeling it's not something that I want to eat. I've got a feeling that's what a prairie oyster is. Not something I want to eat. Obviously, oysters I love to eat, but if they're prairie oysters, I'm guessing I don't want to. But yeah. So now I'm going to score your guys. So yeah, Claire got a 7, Michael got an 8. Brenny got an 8. So now we're going to start with Chris's team. So he's gone Raya, Timber, Gabriel, Senesi, Kirkes, Rice, Moreno, Cook, Semenyo, Havertz, Sinistera. Got no issues with that, mate. That's an 8. No weakness. I like it. Good, so well done, Chris. Right, Moss has done 2. I'll score both of them, mate. I'll score both of them. Timber, Saliba, Senesi. Hang on. Have you actually followed the rules? Is that why you did 2? I'm not sure if that might be why you've done 2. 1, 2, 3. No, you got 5 in there. You've got more in positions.
No. It's give that team 4. Give that team 4, and then give the other one 4. Then he gets an 8. So that'll
work. That's an 8. Saka, Timber, Saliba, Senesi, Kirkes, Cook, Rice, Kluivert, Saka, Semenyo, Kai, Havertz.
That's a really good 11 as well.
Yeah. They're both 8s, mate. 11. Both out. Oh, okay. Oh, God. Right. Okay. Oh, God. Right. God Almighty. Tavernier went out for Semenyo. He too good not to have. Well, that's true. But to be fair, I like Tavernier. I've got a soft spot for him. So yeah, both 8s, mate. So you did well. It's quite tricky when you're picking teams like this. I'm trying to ignore the what they are now. So Bren, what are we doing for prediction? What you going with?
Do you know what? I still feel for like injuries, everything else. Yeah. I'm going for they got back from an international break. 3-0. 3-0. Clean sheet.
3-0. Okay. I'm not that confident.
Feeling confident.
I'm going for a 2-1 to the Arsenal. I think it'll be a squeaky bum, if I'm honest. We'll see. Chris is going for a 3-0. He feels more confident like you. Temi's obviously doing what Temi does, gone for 4-0 to Bournemouth. Got no issues with it.
If he starts tomorrow, we need Sterling. We need City Sterling. If he starts tomorrow, we don't need Chelsea Sterling. We need City Sterling.
Yeah, but yeah, no, not for me. Not for me. Bren, appreciate it, mate, as always, for you coming on. Let's see if I can get your name up. There we go. He's going for Carlisle 0, Harrogate 2 is my prediction for that one as well.
That's not even reverse psychology.
No, it's not. I know, Chris. I guarantee he's not doing reverse on that one. But you'll see me tomorrow anyway. I will do the kickoff tomorrow at 5:30. I'll do the reaction at 8 o'clock. I've pushed it back a little bit, so I've got time just to chill out and do what I need to do before the show. But I will be back tomorrow. And Sunday, I know Arsenal are playing. We're playing West Ham, but there's another big game as well. And I want to do the 4:30 game. So I'm going to do the 4:30 kickoff on Premier League. I'll watch the Arsenal women myself and watch the end of it whilst I'm watching the other game. But yeah, I'll be back on Sunday at 4:30. Yeah, Moss will have a goal rush at 3 o'clock tomorrow. We give them to foreigners. Well, I'll be throwing them back at you, I'll be honest. Hell no. Bren, appreciate it, mate. Where can they find you, my friend?
Always. Everybody, you can find me here on the Armory TV as always. Like, share, subscribe, please. And you can also find me on X and Threads, Instagram Threads. You can find me on there as well. And I've put some contact up on there. Please check it out. And thanks again for your support, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bryn. Yeah, that's the game. I couldn't think what it was for some reason. I knew it was a big game. This is the reason why I'm doing it. It's Liverpool versus Chelsea. Now, these, for me, are title challenges. I'll be honest. I know a lot of people like to stick at Chelsea and all that kind of stuff, but I'll be honest. They look like title challenges for me because they look good and they get results. Yeah, I still think it will be.
I feel a home win, though. Yeah, it'll be a home win. Won't be an easy game, but yeah, home win. I'll say one.
But I'll be honest. If Chelsea beat them, they really got to be considered as if they're beaten, they really got to be considered as a proper contender because they've got a very good squad and they've got a really good squad. If they can get all those players playing on form, they are going to be a worry for me. But we'll wait and see. I think we beat Chelsea 2-0. I feel we're more experienced, more clinical, better midfield, better defence. Attack is only threat. It's been for me. Oh yes, mate.
No, I'm just saying. Clean sheet. I mean, no, I was just going to say about that with regards to clean sheet. It's that would be a result if considering how Chelsea have been playing. If Liverpool were to get a clean sheet.
Yeah. No, look, Cole Palmer. Yeah. He's a very good player. He's definitely not a stat padder, as people like to call him. I think he's very good. Very good player. I'd take him at Arsenal. I'd find a space.
Oh gosh, yeah.
No,
you know what it is? You can rotate him and Saka.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If one doesn't play, the other plays. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah,
I'll be so happy with that.
Chris saying it's all about keeping Palmer quiet, grabbing Birch test 100%. If Palmer on the wing, he's quiet. Yeah, he's definitely much better in the number 10 role, just roaming around, causing havoc. For me, and I'm not being horrible to Smith Rowe on here, but Cole Palmer is my equivalent of what Smith Rowe could have been if we didn't have the injuries and stuff, because that's how Smith Rowe reminds me. Those two just look very similar in the way that they play. They're just a nightmare to play against. And, I'm happy for Smith Rowe. He's obviously found a club that he's doing well at. But Cole Palmer is an absolute nightmare. And this is why I want to do the Chelsea-Liverpool game, because I think it will actually be a very good game. I'm hoping, knowing my luck, it's now going to be a 0-0. Sorry, Chris, if it is a 0-0, it's my fault. But yeah. If Enzo Fernandez plays, then that's great for us. He's a strange one, that one, I can be honest. Right, guys, appreciate it as always. Big up to the 150 people watching. Really appreciate it. Please do tune in tomorrow. We will do the watch along. We will do the match reaction tomorrow evening as well. But guys, I'm out of here. Take care. Speak to you later. Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone.